Yes, Memorial Hospital in Savannah is where any victims of this mass shooting will be treated. Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in the area, though there is a hospital on base, Wynn Army Hospital at Fort Stewart. However, this again is the only level 1 trauma center, and it's the only where appropriate to treat gunshot victims. Now, again, we have confirmed with local law enforcement there are 4 casualties. And like Madeline explained earlier, we don't know whether that means fatalities or people that are seriously injured. And of course, a situation like this is always fluid, so that number could change over time. As far as we know, none of those victims have arrived here at Memorial yet, but when they do, we are expecting them to be airlifted. So they will likely arrive via helicopter. And on top of Memorial Hospital, near the entrance to the emergency room, is where that helipad is, and likely where any victims will be taken to be treated. Now, presumably, we are talking about gunshot victims, but we don't know specifically what the injuries of anybody that's expected to arrive here today are going to be. We are working off of really, really limited information at this time, so we are going to continue to try and gather those details, but we are going to be on the ground here at Memorial as long as we need to be to bring you that information. Now, we have heard reports that folks are on the way right now. Those are unconfirmed reports, but again, we are expecting them to potentially be airlifted in here to Memorial Hospital to be treated for their injuries. We know that that's going to be at least 4 people. We have confirmed that with area law enforcement, but that number could change or could be more. Hopefully it's not, but we are working to continue to learn more about this situation, and we'll continue to bring you updates as soon as they become available. Thank you. 5 people confirmed shot. Yeah. I won't be able to do it. Yeah, so happy to help you wherever I can. Appreciate it.
Lady having an episode over here?
Ricardo.
What? No, seriously, she's screaming and crying. I thought she just came out of it.
It's a good thing. You never know. You never know how this guy's feeling.
No, she's just wandering around the parking lot. Poor thing. Jeez.
Hey, can y'all hear me? I'm wondering if it might be worth it to have a box set up with the help. Yes, as you guys have said, it's now 5 confirmed victims in this shooting. And so we are expecting those victims to be taken here to Memorial Hospital. Now, any victim information as to what their conditions are is likely going to be coming from the United States Army. Typically, in a situation where there's been a victim of some sort of a crime or a shooting, if we have a name for that person, Memorial Hospital is able to update us on what their status is. But because this is a military situation, that changes what they're able to release a little bit. And so we are expecting any of that information to come from the Army itself, not Memorial Hospital. But again, we do know that victims in this situation will be coming here. It is the only level 1 trauma center in the area, which means that it's the only area suited to be treating injuries of this nature and injuries that you would expect from an active shooter situation. Now, Memorial has a helipad that is prepared and ready to accept any victims that might be coming this way. And it sounds right now like that number is going to be 5. So they'll be taken here. There are procedures and protocols that the hospital enacts whenever they are expecting a mass casualty situation, and those protocols have been enacted now. So they are ready to accept and treat anybody that comes through those doors by way of ambulance or by way of helicopter. So we're standing by here to see when any helicopters might come through. And we will, of course, keep everybody out there updated as to when we see the first victims arrive here at Memorial. And we are going to do our best to get condition information for those victims. Again, that is likely to come from the United States Army. So we will keep pressing for that. For now, I'm going to send it back to the studio. Okay, sounds good.
How long till the next shift?
Huh?
How long till the next shift?
I don't know. We're doing wall to wall. in front of the helipad at Memorial right now, which is outside of the emergency room. Now, the Army has released a statement saying that 5 soldiers were shot and that they are all being treated on base at the Wynn Army Hospital, and that that's where they will receive further treatment. However, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean that people are getting stabilized right now, or that could mean that they are coming here, and we are hearing from officials at Memorial Hospital that they are expecting victims from this shooting to be coming here for further treatment. Now, that's because Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in the area, which means it's the only facility that's suited to treat critical injuries, especially when you're thinking about gunshots and really how violent and how serious those can be. So officials at the hospital tell us that they are expecting people to be airlifted here, and they would be landing on the helipad on top of this parking garage that you can see from down here on the ground, which is connected to Memorial's emergency room. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. If we hear anything else, we will, of course, let everybody know. And as soon as we start to see people being brought here, we will keep everybody updated. Now, we don't know the condition of any of the victims that Fort Stewart or the Army has confirmed. In a typical situation where somebody was injured, whether that be in a wreck, a shooting, or any type of manner, if we have a name, we can generally confirm that with the hospital that the person is being treated at, and they can confirm the victims, what state they're in, whether they've been injured critically, if they're in stable condition, all of those sorts of things. Because these are soldiers and this is military personnel, the hospital says that they don't believe they're going to be able to comment on that. So that information will have to come from the United States Army. So we are going to be pushing to get information on the status of these victims. I have been in contact with representatives from the military the entire time I've been out here. I haven't been able to get an answer yet, but that could just be because the situation is so fluid. Unfortunately, we're becoming increasingly familiar with these situations here in the Savannah area and our extended viewing area. But as we learned with the Oglethorpe Mall shooting, or even the Savannah High shooting hoax several years ago, these situations are extremely fluid, and trying to get accurate information about who's involved and what condition they might be in is a little bit difficult in the moment. So as time moves on and we get a little bit more distance from that person being apprehended to now, we are expecting to learn more, and we will be pushing for those answers. Right now, the Army has confirmed that 5 people have been shot. We are expecting at least some of those victims to be here at Memorial Hospital, but be aware that those numbers can change. The victims' conditions can change. It really is a very fluid situation. So we're going to be monitoring that here on WTOC and bring you the very latest updates as we have them. Thank you. This morning, we have been expecting any victims in the shooting to be transported to Memorial via helicopter, but we have just learned from a spokesperson for Memorial that because of weather, the folks that are going to be coming in are going to be coming in on the ground via ambulance. And so far, right now, that number is 2 people. So we don't know exactly when they're going to arrive, but we do know it could be a little bit later. Obviously, it's going to be quicker to get to the hospital via helicopter than having to get on the highways and on the road, especially when you're talking about how far of a drive it is from Fort Stewart into, Southside Savannah. So we are going to be keeping an eye on that. But again, we have been expecting people to be airlifted to Memorial. We're learning that they will be taken via ambulance. So we're going to be monitoring when those 2 victims arrive, and we will notify everybody when we learn that they are here. We still don't know what condition they're in, but knowing that Memorial is a level 1 trauma center and that only 2 of those people are being transported here, I think it's fair to infer that they are not in great condition, given that this was an active shooter situation and 5 people have confirmed to have been shot. We are going to ask the Army for victim conditions and find out so they can be treated as soon as possible. Brooke, back to you. Me to it. You're such a good producer, Chrissy.
Yes.
Your camera use the same batteries as blue black, right? Joe's camera.
I don't know what you
He has this.
Those are the same. You want me to go again? Will you after?
Do you know what time Maddie's next city?
Okay, tell her I can go again. Whenever.
She said she can go again whenever you need her. There's not that much you can say now with like recovering. I guess we can talk about like this is where it happened, right? The gate.
Yeah, I guess. What'd she say?
Oh no. That show shot.
Police.
Yeah, so again, two of the five soldiers total were shot today. Two of the five we're presuming they are the most serious injuries, and that's why they're being transported now to Savannah, to the trauma center, to the 5 in route via ambulance to Memorial Hospital in Savannah. The rest of the treatment there. So no word on the condition. But we did confirm from
No service.
There are crews who are on the scene now there and able to bring us more information as to what they're seeing. Bring us those first live pictures of both of these areas.
Good morning.
Memorial.
Sorry?
I'm trying to get
Do you have some?
no, you need to go over to the edge center
Oh, we're not trying to right now. We're just videoing.
because in actuality you should be over the edge center. Nobody should be over.
Okay, nobody's told us to move or anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I got it over there. You gotta just go to the edge center to get out.
Where do I go? Where is that?
Once you go back out somewhere, you're gonna go all the way around. You'll come back up to the front gate. It's like you know where Baldino's is?
No. Is there a certain thing we can type in our location or our map? What should we type in?
Well, you're going to the edge. You're going to, unless you're going towards the front gate. The edge center is right across on the other side.
Okay.
And they should be able to give you any information.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Typing in now.
I have one.
You too.
So we're not going to stay here.
No. Hello? Hey. The road. Oh yeah, no, we told him when we got out of the car. Right. Oh, okay. Good idea. Yeah, we just got asked to move, so we're gonna have to move real quick. Okay, thanks, Michael.
Memorial Hospital, waiting outside of the ambulance bay where ambulance drop-offs occur. Now, I can tell you that we have also seen several Savannah Police Department officers pulling up to the emergency room over the last couple of minutes. I see at least 2 or 3 at the walk-in entrance, and then there's one lone officer's car over by the ambulance bay. We don't know if that is related to the soldiers coming in, but in these high-profile situations, that's not uncommon to have some kind of a police presence to assist and make sure that people's identities aren't revealed, things of that nature. So we are aware that it could be related, but we don't know 100% for sure if that is related. So again, we are expecting 2 soldiers to be transported here. The Army has confirmed that at least 5 people were shot, and so we don't know what the conditions are of those other 3 people. Wishful thinking says that they're able to get their injuries treated at Wynn Army Hospital, but we don't know for sure whether that's the case. And the 2 people that are going to be coming here to Memorial, we can infer that their injuries are going to be on the more severe end because Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in our area, and it's the only hospital that is going to be suitable to treat more severe or critical injuries. So we can infer that at least those 2 people are seriously or critically injured. We don't know exactly what their status is right now. if we had their names, which I can tell you we don't at this time, but if we had their names in a typical situation, we could give those names to the hospital and they could at least give us an update on what their condition is, tell us whether they're in stable condition, critical condition, serious condition, what the extent of their injuries are. But because these are soldiers that we're talking about, that information is going to have to come directly from the Army. I can tell you that I have been communicating with the Army since I've been down here on the ground, trying to get more information about the conditions of these soldiers and whether there have been any deaths. The word casualty has been said. Again, just to emphasize, casualty could mean a death, but it could also mean a serious injury. So I am in communication with those officials for the Army, and as soon as I have any information to share, I will. But just keep in mind that this is an extremely fluid situation. And as you can imagine, likely a very chaotic situation. Now that there's no ongoing threat to the public and that the people responsible for this has been apprehended, that gives way for people to start getting their ducks in a row and figuring out what is fact and what is not fact. And we're going to continue to bring you the facts here on WTOC, but keep in mind, because of the fluidity of the situation, that can change. As soon as anybody comes here to the hospital, we will be the first to let you know. But for now, I am going to send it back to the studio. Thank you.
Right, when the ambulance arrive, I may go off tripod. We may just be more fluid.
Okay.
Right now, I'm going to walk over to the street because if they come down the street, I'm going to be able to see them.
Okay.
Here's
Huh.
here's anything coming.
I'm going to go stand over on the other corner until they need me and just keep an eye.
All right, that's cool. I'll get my foot off there.
Ricardo, we're hearing they're about 15 minutes out. Hey, just so everybody's on the same page, we're hearing that they're about 15 minutes out.
Okay, I cannot find anything.
The soldiers arriving here at the hospital.
Somebody over there might be able to, but I do not have a number for Lois.
Louis Levine?
Yeah, you got a number for Lois?
I think so.
Hold on just a second. I think we may have a number for Lois.
Hold on.
I got nothing for Lois.
912
912
572
572
3238.
3238.
Huh? Do you want to move? Okay. Did you learn anything more? Yeah, certainly a lot different than it was when I first got here, just after 11:30 or so. Traffic is moving fairly normally out here outside of Fort Stewart, but we know that it is anything but a normal day beyond the main gate here at Fort Stewart. I want to step out of the way so I can give you a better perspective of this gate, where people to get on the base need to, of course, check in. When I first got here, this was completely bumper to bumper traffic as security was ramping up the requirements.
Yeah, that isn't them.
And looking through the sights as people approach that gate, and that is the kind of tension that's going on now because we really don't know.
Of course, we can see that information.
Are you ready? Yeah. Maddie is ready too. Yeah, Don and Tyler, so far, we just had to move to another gate right now, but it looks like they are letting people in and out. We've seen people so far traveling through the gate on both sides. So far, since we've got to the scene, we've seen a lot of ambulances coming in and out. So far, it looks like we are going to be speaking with somebody from the base. We'll check back in with you guys in just moments. Sorry, we were live.
That's fine. I just need you guys behind me. That's all.
Okay.
I don't think enough you guys to think about it.
I already did.
My God. I don't know if you should be.
No, this is good. I'll ready.
Guys, get them out to me, please. Yes, we are here at Memorial Hospital. We can hear sirens in the distance and have been alerted by Memorial officials that this is likely the soldiers arriving from Wynn Army Base Hospital. Now, we can see a Savannah Police Department officer over here on the corner, likely in place for the arrival, given that these are going to be some high-profile patients coming in here. So we are expecting to see some lights and sirens on an ambulance as it comes through here. Again, we could hear sirens just a little bit ago. Officials from Memorial telling us that that is likely the patients from Wynn Army Hospital coming in here. We are expecting that 2 patients will be coming from the base. Again, Fort Stewart has confirmed that at least 5 people were shot on the base, and 2 of them are coming here to Memorial in Savannah for treatment. Now, we will continue to remind you that Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center that we have in the area. So it's really the only appropriate center to be treating somebody with a serious or a critical injury, especially the type of injury that you would sustain with a gunshot. Now, again, I can hear sirens coming from, it sounds close to the hospital, coming from the direction of Duren. We are situated at the ER here at Memorial Health. We were expecting originally today that patients be brought here by a helicopter and that they would be landing on the helipad, just given the severity of the situation and the nature of the injuries that we're expecting these folks to have. But because of the weather, they were forced to bring patients here to Memorial by ambulance. Now, again, we have been hearing sirens, and we can see officers from the Savannah Police Department getting out and monitoring the situation, as you would do with, high profile patients and things like that, to protect their identities, the nature of those injuries and things. So we are going to continue to keep you updated. I'm not hearing the sirens anymore. Officials from Memorial had said that they thought that that could be the patients. It may be somebody else, but we will be sure to bring you right back here just as soon as we have eyes on an ambulance, and we will let you know when those patients get here. For now, I'll send it back to the studio. Yeah, sorry about that. They were like, they're coming, and I could hear the sirens. Okay, got it. Got it. All right, the next time I hear sirens, I'm probably going to panic again, so just be ready. Oh, hey guys, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. Chrissy, come to us. You can see that a U.S. Army ambulance has just pulled in here at Memorial Hospital in Savannah, presumably carrying at least 1, potentially 2 of the soldiers that have come here from Wynn Army Community Hospital. Now, again, Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in this area, so we can infer that the victims that are in the back of this ambulance are in need of some sort of critical care, though we don't know exactly what their conditions are at this time. That's information that will have to come from the United States military. They've not released it at this moment because it is a fluid situation, and they might not even know right now. We assume that they have, of course, been in communication with medical personnel. Now, on the ground, you can see the Army ambulance, and you can see an EMT getting out right now. There are also several Savannah Police Department officers on the ground monitoring the situation. This can happen when high-profile patients are brought into a hospital, it never hurts to have an extra set of hands just to protect the identity of the people, and just make sure that everything goes smoothly, especially when you're talking about patients that have come from a mass shooter situation. We can see an EMT getting into the back of the ambulance right now, and the person in the ambulance is likely to be brought into the hospital over the next several minutes. Now, they are being taken care of. As Dawn said earlier, we know that Memorial is likely bringing their best team together, the best of the best, to treat these patients. I can say that nobody has been rushed out of the ambulance. You've been sitting here watching this with me, and it hasn't been a rushing situation. So hopefully that's a good sign, although we just don't know. We don't know if there are 2 patients in this ambulance or if there's only 1. We are still working to learn the status of the other 3 confirmed victims. We're hoping that they were able to stay on base because they had less severe injuries, but we don't know that for fact yet. But we're hoping for the best in this situation. So I'll just give you guys a look at this ambulance as the person in there is being unloaded right now and taken into the hospital. I do see 1 person on a stretcher, so we could be expecting another ambulance within the next couple of minutes. We will be sure to keep you updated, but as of right now, we know at least 1 person has been taken into the hospital in a U.S. Army ambulance here at Memorial Hospital. Okay, we're clear. Sound good? Okay. 25-ish minutes until the next person arrives. Thank God for the cloud cover. I know y'all have been probably so much with this stop. I know.
Okay.
I'm going to call Ossoff's people. I haven't seen anything from them. Hey, I'm all right. You guys totally could have put something out and I missed it because I'm out in the field right now. But did Senator Ossoff have a statement on the Fort Stewart shooting? Yeah. Okay, that would be great. If you might have any availability for an interview, let me know. Carter's people have reached out, and I'm sure that he will be on us at some point. So if you guys, would like for him to do that, just let me know and we can arrange it. All right, thanks, Jacob.
Not yet, but we are waiting for about 25 minutes. Ambulance is expected to get your long drive from Fort Stewart all the way here to Savannah to the Midtown area that Memorial Health is located about an hour drive. We did see that one ambulance arrive. So one of those soldiers could be treated here at the level 1 trauma center. And the reason I keep saying that here is because you would think, why would they make such a long drive here to Savannah? The reason why is because this is the hospital that's equipped to deal with injuries like gunshot wounds to this severity, and for them to be able to, if needed, go into surgery immediately. But you can see as they respond here, first responders and helping first responders. I mean, you think about it, there's soldiers, and then we have doctors here that sign up for situations like this, but most certainly did not sign up for this one today, and the magnitude of the amount of what it means for a shooting to happen at an Army base. You can see they are rolling people in here, they are getting them the care that they need, and they're able to do that at this hospital here. And the Wynn Army Community Hospital is a very well-equipped hospital, but to the
No, that's the
That's
same
the
one.
location. You just saw them wheeled in there. Just prayers right now for the family of that person that just went in there, that signed up to have their loved ones serve our country, and then for something as tragic like this to happen. That other ambulance is expected to get here in just about, I'd say, 20 minutes now.
Sure.
It's probably about
Yeah, you can take it.
5.
They're gonna take
They
another
would
bus.
normally take the
If this is the same ambulance.
I can't see your hand. They can't see dropping. Oh, who's coming here?
Like another SAV crew.
Yep.
Wonder if they're gonna say this was gang violence too.
Oh, that's what we always say.
Not like that.
Say everything is a game. Not yet. We're gonna do a bump shortly though. Uh, all right. I'm still thinking.
Yeah, I can go whenever you need me to.
Just camera. Okay. Just see,
Yeah.
Yes, so actually I see another ambulance coming in right now. That is a central EMS ambulance, the ambulance that we've seen from when Army Community Hospital has been labeled U.S. Army. So I don't believe that this is an ambulance that's carrying any soldiers, although we don't know that for certain, but I can tell you the last ambulance we saw that had the last soldier was labeled U.S. Army. One soldier was taken here to Memorial Hospital. I would say it's been probably 10 or 15 minutes or so now. We don't know the conditions of any of the soldiers that have been shot or involved in this shooting. The Army hasn't given out that information. We did just get a press release from the Army several minutes ago saying that they weren't going to provide any further information until the investigation is complete. But again, we're also hearing about a press conference in a couple of hours. So it just serves as a reminder that in these situations, things are very fluid. You can hear one thing from one source and one from another. We really don't know what's going to happen, which is why we have a team of people on top of this situation throughout our entire viewing area. The Army has confirmed that 5 people were shot. 2 of them are here at Savannah Memorial Hospital, or rather one person is here. Another is in transit to Savannah Memorial Hospital. We know that this is the only level 1 trauma center in the area. It's the only hospital that is fit to help people with critical injuries, as you would imagine somebody would sustain had they been shot. I can tell you that in a typical situation, if somebody was hurt, if they were in a car wreck, if they had been shot, if they had been injured anyway, if we had the names of those people, we would be able to reach out to the hospital and they would be able to confirm what that person's condition was. They wouldn't tell us anything beyond that, but they would be able to confirm what that person's condition is. That's not how it's going to be in this situation, because this is military personnel, because it is soldiers. Any information is going to come from the Army. And again, the last update that I saw from the Army was that they're not going to be releasing any additional information until their investigation is complete. But we do know that that could change. I would say around 15 minutes ago, officials from Memorial Hospital told us that the next soldier was set to arrive here in about 25 minutes. So we are expecting somebody to be here in 10 minutes or so. We will keep you updated when that person arrives. But for now, I am going to send it back to the studio. Okay, Michaela says the second ambulance is on Abercorn, so probably not too long until it comes here. Michaela just texted me that someone is streaming you and me on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody.
How the hell are we doing that?
I have no idea.
Can I give him a bird?
Hmm.
Start from the bird.
You should.
Where are they?
I don't know. I wonder if it was that guy that walked up to ask us something.
Oh, that bug. Right? Did he look crazy?
He didn't look not crazy. That this person is in need of help. The staff here at Memorial Hospital has been standing by since just after 11 o'clock this morning when we first learned of this event. Now, the first patient was brought here, I would say around 25 minutes ago, and now this is that second patient from the Fort Stewart Army base that's here at Memorial to receive treatment. Now, I'll remind you again that Memorial Hospital here in Savannah is the only level 1 trauma center in our area. It's the only hospital that is fit to treat serious or critical injuries like we can presume this soldier has. Fort Stewart and the Army has confirmed that 5 people were shot on base. 2 people are here at Memorial now. That last person is being unloaded from the ambulance as we speak. We don't know the extent of anybody's injuries, nor do we know the status of those 3 other soldiers. We do know that they were being treated at Wynn Army Community Hospital, which is on base, and that anybody that needed further treatment was going to be taken here to Memorial in Savannah. So we are hoping that those other soldiers are not in need of critical care, and that is the reason that they haven't been taken here to Memorial. But that second soldier, I can see them on a gurney right now being wheeled into the building, and we can see police officers as well. As we're going to take a zoom out here, we see another ambulance coming in. We don't know, don't believe it's related to the situation. We were told that there were going to be 2 patients from Fort Stewart coming here, and we have seen both of them now. There is a very heavy police presence in this ambulance bay. We saw several vehicles escorting the ambulance. Now, you might be asking again, if these patients are in critical condition, why weren't they taken by air? Why weren't they taken via helicopter? And that was seemed to originally be the situation, but unfortunately the weather in our area prevented a helicopter from safely getting up in the air. So these soldiers had to be taken by ground via ambulance from Fort Stewart here in Savannah. And as we all know, that can be a fairly long trek, especially at this point in the day, which is why the second soldier likely came in with a police escort to get them to this hospital as quickly as they possibly could so they can receive the critical care that they're very much in need of. I can tell you that that first soldier did not have a police escort. They were brought in from the Army ambulance. This second soldier did have a police escort, and we can see those multiple agencies, including the Georgia Department of Public Safety, the Savannah Police Department, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, and the Georgia State Patrol are still in the ambulance bay right now. We are working to get information on what the condition of these victims are. I've said it before, I'll say it again. In a typical situation, when somebody has been injured, if we have that person's name, we can typically reach out to staff at the hospital and they will give us what the person's condition is, whether that is critical, serious, the extent of their injuries. That's all they'll give us, but they will tell us. In this specific situation, because we are talking about soldiers, we have to defer to the United States Army, and the Army has not released any information other than 5 soldiers are shot, and we know that 2 of them, as of right now, are at Memorial Hospital in Savannah. So we are going to continue to bring you the latest updates as we become available. We're going to continue asking the Army for updates on these folks' condition. We are hoping for the best, but for now, I am going to send it back to the studio.
Talk to you.
Thanks. CNN has our feed, and we are still on a hot mic, just FYI.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. People have let me know. I appreciate it. Yeah. Michael reached out to me to let me know. I appreciate it. I had several people being like, hey. No, it's okay. I mean, we haven't said anything, so. Let's try and get the camera off this person if we can. I don't want her face getting streamed across country. Different person. Okay, yeah. Hey, y'all, GSP is saying that they're bringing over a third person. I don't know that for sure, but let's be ready just in case. Hey, did y'all hear me? Y'all, can you hear me? Okay, hey, did you hear what I just said? That there could be a third person coming? Hey, y'all, can anybody in the booth hear me? Please talk to me if you can hear me. Okay, did you hear what I said about the third person? Can I please get some confirmation here? Ricardo, we're up. No, not right this second. But I just want you to be aware.